You know it's your boy ATFG in the building, and I got my glasses on today, and I'm gonna tell you why. Cause I'm blocking out every other country. Because you know Rasta boy it is. I'm in my Jamaican mood today all day. My hater blockers on. Let you see a little bit of the eyes so you know it's not hazy. But I don't care. Because we winners. Bop, 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 bop.
Where the sound effect at?
Yeah, ba, 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 ba.
Let's go.
Oh man.
So I got to give a special shout out to Team Jamaica. But before we get into all of that, I got to get straight out the gate. You know, if you see me, my brothers can't be too far. First on the list, my brother Steve. What's good?
Yo, man, what's going on? Alice, the financial guru, man. I don't know about y'all, but he needs a lighter to be lit in the air, and he needs to stay off that stuff because he got that good ganja. Oh,
Yeah.
man, that's why them glasses
No,
are.
you might be something else.
No, man. Nah, man, but Alice, I'm doing good, man. I'm happy to connect with y'all, man. Every week, it's a pleasure being able to chop it up on Ask the Bros, BroTalkTV.com, man. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to get into it. We got a lot of questions.
Tons of questions. Next, got to give to the little bro. He's the only one that's not island.
I'm Trini, bro.
Oh, you Trini?
I'm from St. Vincent. That's not Trini, but close to it.
Damn near close. All right, so wait. Before you claim it, did they win any gold Olympics, any medals yet?
Hell no.
Oh, then hell no. So then,
That's why he forgot what he
Only
was
three people went. I saw
Jay said we don't count. All right, man. Go ahead. Get the intro.
special shout out to my little bro Jay. Jay, what's good?
Yo, what's good, man? Happy, healthy, good. Happy to see y'all, man. We missed last week. I apologize. I was on vacation. But we here now, so let's do it.
Definitely, my brother. And last, but definitely not least, who got the special shirt on? Let me make sure I roll him in there correctly. Ba 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 ba.
I don't got no
Rude
right
boy Ray.
but it's still Jamaica.
Oh,
What's good?
yeah.
Oh, man.
What's up? It's your boy Ray, man. Bro Talk TV, we in here. Shout out to JA. We doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? I got to represent USA too. You know, I'm a Jamaican, as they call
Yeah.
it.
Jamaican.
But still, hey, sorry. What's the name? What's that chick name? The dope head?
Shakira Richardson. That's
The
the
one
one
that
you talking about?
she thought she was Jamaican and got caught.
Yeah, that's what it was. She thought she was one of us and got caught.
No, but missed fourth place.
Yep.
Oh, man.
This fourth place.
She wasn't gonna make that, man.
Man, I'm lit right now. Let's go.
Yeah, man. So let's get into this, man. What first off, what the hell is American basketball? What is our team doing right now?
We headed to the finals, man. What you mean?
Yeah, we going to the gold. We headed to the
Yeah,
gold.
but why we had to lose one first? Why we had to lose one first?
We had to lose like 3 first.
Yeah.
Well,
I
the
can tell you
first
why.
two, the exhibitions didn't count, but the one that was actually in the Olympics, that did
Yeah,
count.
like
But I'll tell you
damn.
why. You got a bunch of individually great players trying to play together on a team under Coach Popovich. I think that part of it is the coach. So when you have a collegiate coach like Coach K, he's used to getting brand new talent that don't know how to play together and getting them to be able to meld and gel real quick. Coach Popovich ain't do that. He's an NBA coach. So it's
Wait, so you telling me Coach Popovich? Because remember now, Phil Jackson.
OG,
he's
legend.
past his prime, bro. He's way
Legend.
He's past his prime.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Popovich.
I love
He is-
Pop.
he-
Don't get me wrong, but he's way past his prime, bro. Like 4 or 5 years past. I'm sorry.
Compared
So-
to the team
he
we
has
have
wait,
now.
retired.
So you're telling me when Phil Jackson did it, it was fine, but now that Popovich,
Phil
Phil
Jackson,
Jackson
bro.
had Jordan
Look who we're
and
talking
Kobe.
about. Phil Jackson didn't have to really coach, bro.
So-
He said, "Put
and
the
you
ball
telling me Popovich has
in
to?
Kobe's hand. Put the ball in Kobe's hand. That's it. Get out the way." I
So you
love,
can't-
I love Coach Phil Jackson. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, to be honest,
He great. I gotta admit, he was fortunate. He was very fortunate to coach the 3 greatest basketball players ever.
Who's the 3? You talking about Shaq?
You can never, ever, ever not mention Shaq.
The woodwork is some craziness sometimes. So
see, the thing is, everybody wants to say Kobe and Jordan all the time, but I have never met a center, still to this day, more dominating than Shaq.
Yeah, I agree with that personally.
Okay.
But it depends on what you mean by dominating. Because if you're talking about purely in the post, don't throw your hands.
Purely in the post, center.
Yeah, if you talk about like all around.
No. Not all around. Not all around. There's tons of other centers that will overqualify him for that. Huh?
That skyhook was unstoppable before Shaq. He even says it. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true. No, listen. He's not the greatest center of all time. But as in domination,
oh, yeah,
I don't know one person that can stop him or that can stop what he does.
Okay. I'll feel you on that one.
All right, so what y'all saying that the coaches is what making or breaking the U.S. team?
Hell no.
I think it's just the
that.
team. I think it's just the team. They don't have a true center, and this is where we have to talk about how foreign players are actually dominating the NBA league.
Yes,
because most of the dominant centers are foreigners. They're not American. That's why we struggle from the center position. We could do point guard, shooting guard, small forward, but none
of us teach us how to be centers.
Well, all of the centers are going to the 3-point line now.
Yes.
So now you're just running small. You have nobody to throw it in the post because everyone's on the 3-point line.
It's not a 2-point game anymore.
Right.
Everything's 3 points.
Which is when we get to the Olympics, you have a challenge there because we've got no true big men to even say, all right, we need to bring you to the Olympics.
And them foreigners killing them.
They are killing them.
And the truth is also on top of that, most of the players who are international, they're multifaceted. So even if they can dominate the paint, they can also get outside and shoot and stretch the floor. Versus most of the U.S. bigs, they can do one or the other. And that's really it. There's not a whole lot of bigs that are true centers that can do. You got Anthony Davis who can stretch, but he's not a true center. He's really a power forward, right?
Yeah, he really is.
You got Giannis who can stretch the floor a little bit to the mid range, but he's not a true center either. There's no true bigs that I can think of that can do both and are also skilled with the ball, like the Joker.
Let me tell you something.
Players like him, like they changed
MVP.
Exactly.
Listen, y'all let me know if I'm wrong. What USA should have done was sent Bro Talk.
We're not centers.
You don't need to be centers.
Man, I ain't going to.
Hey, let me tell you something.
That was absolutely wrong.
Yo, that's definitely the wrong.
Listen,
so you telling me? Wait. So who's gonna out hustle Steve in that paint?
Listen, man, I can still get out hustled right now. You think I trained for this? No, I trained for a pickup game.
Who's gonna out hustle Steve? Hey, let me tell you something, Steve. You know it's 25,000 every gold that they win.
That's small to other countries, though.
Hey, I understand that.
Like 300,000.
So let me ask you something. So you telling me you're not getting in shape for 25 grand per gold?
Absolutely.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
But now I'm only 6 feet, so now I got a different problem. Coach,
it's a height difference. You're gonna get dunked on by Rudy Gobert.
Jay gonna be the bigs.
Hey, you're gonna get dunked on by a guy with a last name Gonzalez.
And then everybody gonna laugh at me all because Alex thought he had a bright idea. I'm not doing that.
That's the worst idea.
If you be like, this Carter did that one dude.
Oh God,
yo, for real.
You know that's still in the Hall of Fame of all-time dunks.
Right. But
I mean, literally, the guys like Vince Carter nuts was literally right here on the dudes. I mean, literally
So, but let me ask you a question. On that note, is the rivalry between Jamaica and U.S. is that still a thing?
Yes.
Hell no.
No, definitely.
Hold on, wait.
Don't let the Trinity talk.
It's a one-sided rivalry, bro.
Elaine ran a 10.6, bro. Shaquille, her fastest time is a 10.7. There's no way there's a rivalry.
JJ, he's not asking, is it a competition? That's not the question. It's not a competition. There's something about us Jamaicans. You done see me run. So, I don't know where the hell I got fast from, but I'm fast as hell. but it's a one-sided rivalry. Like Jamaicans, I don't care what. We in there, run. My American friends, they just like, all right, good job, Tyson Gay. Yeah, USA. Like, we just don't care. We super mellow. The Jamaican side of the family, they all in. I don't care who.
100%.
It's US. It's against Trinity. It's against Bahamas. It's against China. It don't matter what. We is the rivalry if you coming close.
I just feel like the US, maybe 2000. What was that? Rio 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, from there, that was okay, fine. It was a rivalry. But now I think, just like basketball, a lot of these other countries are catching up to the USA. And it's like, it's not just Jamaica, it's Germany, it's Trinidad, it's South Africa, it's other countries, other islands and countries that's just killing it. And it's like, USA is slacking.
Yeah, but man, listen, from the time that Usain Bolt came out and he just dominated that sport, he literally he put the Jamaica pride. Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like bro, like it's almost like what Jordan did for America.
Yeah.
That's their Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now any Olympics, when it comes down to running, that's the number one sport. No ifs, ands, or buts. Because it's just like, Usain Bolt he just brought a lot of awareness to it.
Yeah.
So, it's now you got all these basketball players because the NBA done traveled and reached to so many different countries now. Now you got all these basketball players from other countries rising up. Now we got NBA Africa.
You got NBA.
Who's going to be an NBA Tokyo?
Yeah. And shout out to Stephen Gardner from the Bombers. He won the 400 meters.
Fact.
And shout out to another island.
He just got a text message.
Nah.
He definitely just got a text message.
Nah.
Don't forget me. And when you drink the water, I know you.
Like, remember when you sleep at night?
Hey, man, chill. All right.
Hey, what marathon you training for, bro? Over there chugging a gallon of water, man.
Hey, listen, man, that 100-day challenge, boy. I'm
Hey,
still
listen,
on it.
I'm still working out, but I forgot to take pictures, bro.
Nah, it's good.
But I'm still trying to get this little lump to come together.
I see.
Is that
the bite?
Hey, Ray, is that the
little BB gun?
Is that the engine arm, Ray? Is that the engine arm?
It is actually. Can you tell? I mean, like this.
Oh God, man.
Okay, so I know from the last Bro Talk session, we had a bunch of people comment and message us, and unfortunately we ran out of time. So I want to make sure that we give enough time today to where we can address those concerns and those questions. So who got the messages?
So I got all the messages, but while we got these messages going, shout out to Nakia O'Neal. She's saying that Alex looked like a ghost. So shout out to you. She's following us on Facebook. Listen, if anybody is following us on Facebook and you have questions, please put your questions out there. We would love to be able to answer them live, right? So first question up, one that kind of tickled me because this was a viewer by the name of JT who was watching one of our previous episodes, and they said that I watched y'all on Bro Talk TV 21 basketball video and noticed Steve won. Just in case y'all don't know what Steve was, that was me.
I need to see that question. I want to see that question. That's the you inserted that.
No, I didn't insert it. It was a question. So, just we talked about it. Right? So it said, to be honest. So to be honest, I thought one of the other members was going to win. So I didn't expect that. No shade in parentheses, but in y'all opinion overall, who is the best hooper on Bro Talk? Also, if y'all did a 1-on-1 or 2-on-2, who would win?
Well, I guess I could start.
No, don't start.
Most people
No.
No, we're not gonna start. I'm gonna go ahead and so
well, first let's go off of the track record first. Let's start off the track record. I'm undefeated.
Oh,
and on top of it,
I told him not to start.
And on top of it, I got the wettest shot out of all four of us.
Nah.
So it's a clear given based off of the video. I'm just going based off of what
they
JT.
not saying based on the video. They say overall.
Okay, so overall, I mean, who else? If it's not me, then who else?
Me.
So I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there. I am going to publish that video on our website just so other people can see it, because I think we took it down on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. And I want some comments on that.
Yeah, I'll put it back up too.
I don't think you want to do that, because I think copyright infringes on the song behind it. I think that's what took it down. So I'll put it on the website. Y'all check it out.
I'll take the song out.
Yeah, just take the song out and take the song out. Well, listen,
a silent video.
A silent video.
I'll do some effects.
It's not gonna be as good, man.
So we'll put both videos. We'll put the 3-point contest, and then we'll put the 21.
You mean the half court shot, not a 3-point?
Yeah, the half. Yeah, I'm sorry, the half.
We
court
don't.
shot.
We don't want the half court shot.
They didn't for the half court shot.
Hey, JT said overall, so we have to include all things in this.
Hey, I'm fine. I hit my first shot, and that was it. And I walked out. Dropped the mic.
I'm a.
What did I hit it on? 2?
2 or 3, I think.
I think it was 2.
2?
I'm so fly, I didn't even have to shoot because you already knew.
Yeah, man. I'm still working on my shot. I'm gonna be honest.
Forget all this. Let's just do this. Put up the video for sure. But next time we link up, y'all getting that. Y'all getting that one.
Yeah.
No
Y'all getting that work.
No mercy. No mercy. I put on handicap mode. It's over.
Listen, we're gonna do King of the Hill.
That's true, but when it's
Okay,
time
King
to
of the
lock
Court.
up, I'm locking up. And when it comes to driving in the paint, ain't nobody getting in front of me when I'm driving in the paint. I'm sorry.
All right, so wait. We doing King of the Hill.
Okay.
3-point contest.
Okay.
And then what else?
2-on-2.
1-on-1.
I think they said 2-on-2, right?
1-on-1 to 5 or 7. And
No,
losers
King
out.
of
So
the
it's
King of the
fair.
Hill. I think you mean King of the Court is the 1-on-1 where you go to like.
Yeah, but King of the Court is one shot. So
That is true. Yeah.
that ain't really
true.
no, because you could just hit a shot. Now, I mean, you won.
All
Now
right.
you better-
Yeah, but that don't mean you won. Hey, it's whoever wins 3 times.
Or we could do game to 5. Game to 5, losers out. So,
There you go.
can't say,
All right, there you go.
Losers out,
All right.
game to 5. That's
All
it.
right, so I'll be the last one because you got to go against the king. So
Why you the last one?
whoever makes it to me,
Nah, bro.
You got to be the king
Nah.
first, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't the king.
So wait. So if I'm not the king,
self-proclaimed king, but
wait. So if I'm not the king,
You might have a field day. We're gonna race.
yo,
We gonna play some football,
damn, race too.
basketball.
Oh, I know what Ray doing.
Hey, I know. Look at Jamaican self. We're gonna race. We're gonna play soccer. We're gonna play water polo. What the hell?
I'm ready.
You gonna lift too?
I'll be ready by that time to take the shirt off.
Hey, matter of fact, that would be a dope. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a competition in all sports. We're gonna have Bro Talk Olympics. Bro Talk Olympics.
We're gonna do it this year and call it 2020.
Yeah. Bro Talk 2020 Olympics. That's what we're doing.
Repeat, bro.
All right.
I'm all for it.
Jay gonna have to represent St. Vincent.
Yeah.
You got a shirt for that.
Or wherever
Let's
you
go.
No one knows.
Oh God.
All right, Steve, fire away the next question.
All right, so this is something that's been I guess brewing. So why in the Black community men have anti-gay mindset? Why is being gay in the Black community such a stigma?
Oh, hell no.
Man, he just disappeared. Oh gosh.
Hey, I ain't gonna lose no endorsements off. Oh, hell no.
Endorsement.
What happened?
Yo,
I just started getting my life back together. Oh,
This guy
hell.
is blacked out, man.
Oh my god. Oh man. I mean,
Wait. Hold on. Who wrote that?
It says LGBTQ plus supporter.
Oh, hell no.
What the hell? That's real.
No, that's real. That's
What the hell
LGBTQ
what the
plus.
plus stand for?
That means
And the supporter.
I'm still learning. I'm still educating myself, so I'm not sure what
the
the plus
plus.
means.
What
But
the
I think
plus
it's an
means.
add-on to whatever
Correct.
else
So is
they
it
are.
and more?
Yeah, probably,
and more.
Yeah.
So every LGBT, I don't even know what. I'll be honest with you. I'm very out of touch when it comes to the acronym and the whole alphabet.
Yeah.
I really don't know LGBTQ. I don't know half of them mean. I know
Okay.
LG.
Yeah, so I'll give a quick little history lesson.
No, I don't think you should be the one to give us this.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So
Forget it.
So you have lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer. I think.
Yeah, queer.
Yeah, I think it's queer.
Yeah.
Oh, queer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those
yeah.
are
Damn.
that's the full
Offensive.
package.
I feel like that's like an offensive.
I know.
It is, right?
I would assume it's offensive, but they love
I
it.
thought it was like a slur. Like I didn't know you could say queer. I mean,
So
goodness.
I apologize if I
I
offended
feel bad
anybody.
saying it out loud.
Yeah, man.
No, I don't think we offend anybody. We just we
Okay.
acknowledge that we still learning and
Right.
you know,
So I think
let me answer what I think. So
Okay.
so I don't think I think it's a stereotype that's that much of an issue in the community. I won't sit here and say that most people in African American culture might turn around and say, "Oh, I don't agree with that," but I do feel like the understanding and the ignorance level has come down over the years, and it continues to come down. I think that while some people, want to, would say just because you support them, it means that you are that. I think that people are more supportive now, understanding like, hey, I can be supportive of you, not necessarily supportive of your lifestyle, but I can be supportive of you and say, hey, I love you no matter what. That's how I think it really should be. Now, as far as I don't know if I directly answered your question, but I think it comes down to the individual. I don't think it has anything to do with a particular community.
I mean, for me, what I see on social media, I do see a lot of Black males, the ones who speak on it. Like when Lil Nas X put out his music video, it had
Lil Nas is another story. He took it too far with a lot of other stuff.
Is it too far? Is he just being expressive? Let me not that one though. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one.
Nah, I can't mess with you, bro.
Not that one. But I'm saying the even a previous video he had just recently. He was in jail. He was naked. I think he was kissing a guy. I'm not sure. Those things that he was doing in the video, I think a lot of male were offended by it. But I feel like it's a lot of hypocrisy when it comes to those type of situations, because yet we praise gang banging and people killing, but we can't, allow this.
But you know what I'll say to that though? The truth is, as much as like people praise gang banging and killing, the same people that praise gang banging and killing, we would look at them like me and you guys and say y'all stupid too. You know what I'm saying? Like it just depends on who's the audience.
Yeah.
Because for me, if I look at it and say, why are you promoting gang banging? Why are you promoting violence? Why are you promoting, assaults or whatever? I would look at, someone that's promoting homosexuality and say, not necessarily why are you doing it, but why. Maybe I can see where maybe they say, why are you shoving it down my throat? I can see that. Like, why are you forcing it on me?
But is it
hypocrisy is the same thing? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And for the Black people, Black generation, not generation, but Black males in general, I think a lot of Black men's mentality is we already have things against us in society. We're Black in America. We have all types of stereotypes against us already, and then you're adding something else.
What's the alternative
to that?
Well, let me just chime in real quick.
Hold on.
Yeah.
My alternative is mind your business. Who cares? If he's gay, he's gay. If
exactly,
support
that's what
it,
it comes down to. Is like, hey,
shut up.
you do what you do, and I'm gonna do what I do. I think the
support
problem for me, the problem
for
for some people is when they feel attacked in their own home. So they're trying to raise their children or set examples for people around them, and then they see something on the TV that goes against what they believe in, and that's I think where it could cross the line for some people where they say, I'm trying my hardest to keep this person understanding and believing what I believe, and then this comes on TV from somebody that is obviously in the public eye, and that makes they feel like that's offensive. So for your same point you made, mind your damn business. I'm with you, but at the same time, at what point do we draw the line and say, okay, this shouldn't be allowed on TV? This is too far. That's what I think I got from
what is the level of too far? Because we see on TV now, niggas kill niggas every day. Like what is that level? Because we could be like, okay, Pooh Shiesty does Back in Blood. You can hear the lyrics and listen to it, and he's talking about either robbing, killing, whatever. Or I don't even want to use Pooh Shiesty, but any other gang member who uses music, and then you promote their video on TV, allegedly, and you see it, and then what's then? You're not gonna tell your kid, oh, don't watch that. You probably bump your head, jam into it. So what's really the level that we're saying what is too far and what's not? Because I think too far has already passed.
Yeah, I think that's
back in the day, Freaknik, the concerts, and I wasn't even around during that age when they were telling me stories about what women was doing at concerts.
Yeah.
And then they was online, and it was on social media. Well, their social media or their news. That was too far, but nobody said nothing because that's a normal thing. Because that's a heterosexual.
Wait.
It's very
I don't know.
The factual data is they did say something, and they had an indictment against him.
Okay.
But Luke won. So for the fact that he won, he won based off of saying, hey, this is freedom of speech. This is how we express ourselves, and we're allowed to do that.
So it's the same. Do the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Here's my take on it, and I'm just gonna keep it as transparent as possible, and I have to put a little backstory and history with it because just to make sure that it makes sense. Black men. The reason that it's so frowned upon black men is because this was a nature that was forced upon us, and it was enslaved to us. So when we were brought over from Africa and on these slave ships, these slave owners was forcing men. That's how they kind of demoralized you, and they desensitized the populace is by making sure that, okay, I'm gonna make you perform these gay acts, and if you don't, I'll kill you. And when I do that, that's gonna bring down the manliness, the masculinity that makes you want to get up and fight against them. It's gonna force you to adhere to what I'm telling you to do. And so now when you see it being so bold and so courageous now, and it's so out there, if you ever look at other races when it comes to homosexuality, it's not really exploited as much. But yet when it comes to black artists and that homosexuality is exploited, it's on a grander, way vast scale. And now, listen, if that's your lifestyle, the Bible says that every man has a right to do what they choose to do, because they got to live with their own consequence. So at the end of the day, if that's what they choose to do, by all means, you are entitled to it. And I don't have no right to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. But you have to be cautious, because we have kids who are literally watching this, and they're going to impersonate this at some point in time. So this is beyond acceptance.
MTV you didn't watch VH1 or MTV when women was kissing women on stage?
Yeah.
At the war shows?
Yeah.
That's the same thing though.
But it didn't get nowhere near the traction of what this was. So I'll give an example.
Platforms are bigger now.
The biggest thing that happened in MTV was when Little Kim wore that outfit where her breast was actually hanging. And why? See, a white woman. So, for example, what's her name? God, she's an amazing singer.
Jackson.
The white one. L.A. Reid
Lady
pastor.
Gaga.
There you go, Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga came with an all meat suit. She came
remember that.
fully naked, all meat. That still didn't reach nowhere near the headlines as Lil Kim with the breasts out and as Janet Jackson with the breasts out. Why? It's because we have a major influence. People want to be like us. That's just the natural reality of it. That bad girl image that Rihanna displayed in 2008, 2009, she capitalized off it. And then now it wound up getting a whole breed of other bad girls to come out.
But whose fault is that? Is that Lil Nas X's fault? Or is that us in general as a community making it bigger than what it seems?
It's not that we're making it bigger than what it seems. It's just that's the reality. We have a lot of pull. The thing is, we don't know what we're worth. So we think that the little things that we do, it doesn't really catch much attention or it doesn't spark much fire. But in reality, anything that we do does create this phenomenon. So that's the harsh reality of it. If Beyonce came out with an album right now, it's gonna break the internet. There's no white artist that you can name right now that can come out with an album that will break the internet.
Taylor Swift?
Nope. Not even close. Not even close.
I don't know, bro.
Taylor Swift will sell records. She'll sell records, but she will not break the internet. She is not going to break the internet.
I think ultimately
Jay-Z will break the internet.
But here's the thing, yeah. I think
Yes,
ultimately, get back to the question. I think ultimately, if you don't agree with it, it's our individual responsibilities as parents, as fathers, as mothers, as individuals to lead your household and lead yourself in that lifestyle, whether you choose to participate in it or not, whether it's a heterosexual lifestyle, homosexual lifestyle. The other one, the LGBTQ plus. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Close to it, yeah.
Whatever lifestyle you decide to partake in, whether that or heterosexual, whatever, that's your responsibility. And when you allow other people, whether it be media or a pastor, or whether it be even a friend, to be a greater influence than you over your own household, that's where the problem is. And
Social
that's where
media's the devil.
we focus on our house, it's on you, and everything else. Yeah, I get it. You might not like what you see, but at the end of the day, you can only control what you can control.
Correct.
What you can control is your house and yourself. Right. So that's what I say.
And hold on, Steve. I'm sorry. I just want to chime in this last part.
Steve didn't get to say nothing.
I know.
But
when it comes to and I talk about this all the time. I honestly, truly believe that a lot of these men who have went into that lifestyle, they have been fondled, they have been molested, and they have been tortured as kids. And then now it's becoming evidence, huh?
That's your opinion, correct?
Listen, I'm going based off of research that I personally investigate. Hold on, I gotta say this because wait, I gotta say this. I gotta say this.
I ain't standing for it. So anybody who watches this, I don't agree to that.
I know.
Go ahead.
But I'm just and I joke a lot, but at this point I'm 100% serious, and I'm going based off of my own research and what I've personally seen in my life. All the people that I know, everybody that I know that is living that lifestyle, that is gay or homosexuality or homosexual, they have every last one of them have been molested and fondled as a child. And a lot of them was either by a pastor, either by a family member, or by a very close relative or a neighbor. In one I know personally was molested by his a teacher in his first grade. And he's like full blown homosexual, like the feminine kind. So I can't sit here. That's why I sympathize with them, because I have not seen one that says, yo, this is just how I am. And no, every last one of them have has had to struggle and go through something. And because of that, because they've been raped or tortured or molested, it wind up bringing out that type of lifestyle. That's why I say what I say.
Steve?
All right. So my take on this, and the question is about being in the Black community and how they look at it. I think it's just that the Black community and the Black culture is very heavy on just how you're raised, right? So within that, this is how it's supposed to be. Get married, this, that, and the other. And because they're really heavy on it, anything outside of that, for the majority, is frowned upon. Right? That's not how it goes. Mom and dad, grandma, grandpa, this is the way that it goes. But there are also families within the Black community that is open to it, right? They understand that they have homosexual or someone within the LGBT community that is within their family, and they embrace it. So I don't think it's across the board. But if I take out all of the other stereotypes and everything else, I really just think it's cultural that, I raise my kids a certain way, but now it's more liberating because you're more open to, all right, for the most part, the society has made it comfortable to be around that. And when it first started, it was like, what's going on? But now it's accepted, and it's more so, well, how can you tell me who do I love? How can you tell me who I can get married to from who I can't? And now it's more of a freedom of speech, a freedom of being able to, marry someone same sex, opposite sex. So it's now more accepted. And that's why I think that it's not getting that attention and that hit of that it used to get years ago. So that's just my take. I just think it's more of a cultural thing that we as the Black community, we kind of, expect certain ways when it comes to marriage and lifestyle and growing up. Anything outside of that, a lot of our parents look at it as an embarrassment. And did I do something wrong? So they start to take it personal. And I think it's more culturally, as opposed to other cultures that kind of is open and accepting.
Yeah, I got something I want to add to that too. When you take it back to the culture, as to the African American and Black culture and the community, I think another piece of it is it's seen as being feminine and having a lack of masculinity. And in a lot of our,
which is factual,
friends and culture, we're taught to be hard. We're taught to be as masculine as possible. We're taught to don't ever let anybody push you. Don't ever let anybody look down on you. Don't ever let anybody see you as weak, right? And some of those characteristics I just named, they line up, whether true or not, they line up stereotypically with homosexuality, where someone sees you as a homosexual, now they see you as weak. Now they see you as feminine and emasculated. So I think that that's another piece why it could be seen as and frowned upon is, it's like, dang, bro, like you just gave away your man card. Where in actuality, it's just another life choice, right? So some people have, decide to smoke. Some people decide to drink. Some people decide that they want to be homosexual. That's your life choice. At the end of the day, I can't speak for anybody else, but I just say, listen, I've learned over my life, there's family, there's friends, there's good friends, there's associates I've run into, people I've worked with in that community. And I loved them before I found out, and I still love them after I find out. So I think that if we're going to put a biblical spin on it, like I know Alex alluded to earlier, we're called to love each other and support each other. That's and right. Pray for one another. So if you don't agree with something, you think something's not good for someone, then you can pray for them. If they ask your opinion, share it. If not, then go back to Jay. Mind your damn business.
That's right. I agree with that. I honestly do agree with that. At the end of the day, just mind your business.
And let me tell you, some homosexuals, boy, they could fight.
Hell yeah.
Beat them straight
I've seen them strap.
Beat their ass. I've seen it, boy. So
you don't expect it, bro.
We don't. As soon as I see them beat, I was like, ooh, okay. So hey, just saying, that masculine is still in them.
Hey, the muscles don't go away just because you gay.
Yeah. The muscles definitely don't go away.
Oh, God.
All right,
next
guys.
question.
So, I got another question.
And
so the question is in quotation mark, cancel culture something to be feared? Example, Chrissy Teigen. Example, the baby. Example, Jussie Smollett.
Okay.
Yes, it should be something to be feared because it's finally people being held accountable for their actions.
So do me a favor and let's explain what cancel culture means.
Yeah, so it's just saying like, yo, I ain't rocking with you no more. I'm not supporting you no more. Like, you know, you ain't invited to the cookout no more.
Okay.
Well, I know it's more than that. So cancel culture is someone who has a huge following and influence, and they do something that offends either a select portion of people or a large variety of people. And then it's almost like how they used to do petitions to get people out of office, or petitions to get people or a TV show removed from a station. Cancel culture is basically that. So in a wide, huge following, immediately unfollow someone who had millions of followers. That's cancel culture. So you lose your influence like that.
So let's break this down with the examples. Chrissy Teigen. And again, I'm not a social media guru, so help me to understand as to why we're throwing out these names. I think the other two I can understand. I'm not really familiar with Chrissy Teigen, why that's listed.
Chrissy Teigen is John Legend's wife?
Yes, that I know.
Okay, yeah. So she, not allegedly, they used to say that she used to bully people online. And a lot of those individuals came out and was like, hey, I was bullied by Chrissy Teigen. I dealt with depression, blah, 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 blah. Mainly it was just bullying on social media platforms. And the people who was affected was speaking out. And then people just flocked to that story and was like, yo, we got to get her out of here. So I think she deleted her social media accounts and everything. And I didn't really follow too much of what she's been doing now, but yeah, they pretty much were trying to get out of there. So as far as the
baby, now was that from recent conversations that he had?
That stemmed from the homosexual statements. Well, homosexual conversation we had before. He had went on when he was on Rolling Loud. Y'all know what Rolling Loud is?
Yeah, I was there.
It's a festival. Oh, you was there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was on stage. He was doing I think it's called an action call. It's like raise your hands in the air if you smoke weed or something. So that's not what he said. He was like, raise your hands in the air or raise your lighters in the air if you have AIDS or HIV and not dying in a week or something like that. Something crazy like that. And then he was like, raise your lighters in the air if you ain't sucking dick right now or something like that. Some crazy homosexual statements.
Okay.
Offensive statements. I ain't gonna lie, he was going too far with it. But yeah, so now they're like canceling him from every festival. I think it's like 11 festivals now that he's canceled from. As far as Jussie Smollett, that was way back. That was when
not the news.
Are we talking about when he
in
pretended
Chicago?
to get kidnapped?
Yeah, that was way
my
back.
God. I was like, there must be something new. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's old, but
it's true, but
it's still relevant. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still relevant. He basically pretended like he got kidnapped just to get the news.
Yeah.
To get some clout. Because he only had one show. And
well, he definitely should be canceled because of that. I mean, like in all reality, like
acts too. By the way, his sister's an actress.
Yeah, his sister's an actor as well.
She's a phenomenal actress. I didn't even know that. I didn't connect the two until I saw the name. I was like, wait a minute. I asked my wife. She's like, what's his name?
Yeah. But
I don't know. I didn't know what's going on. Did he must be canceled for real because I didn't see him.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah, that was effective. That's it.
I think they said he's in rehab or something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You say he's in rehab?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
But so what is the question about cancel culture? What's the question?
So is it something to be feared? Right. So now that we have an understanding of what cancel culture is, the question is that something to be feared? And in my opinion, I'm going to say that yeah, because your following kind of help make you up. If you don't have a following, then you are not going to sell albums. You're not going to have an opportunity to be nominated for any awards. It's something that you need to have viewers. You need to have a following in order to get to that next level, in my opinion.
And not just that. I mean, you cancel culture. If you get canceled by the culture, you cancel my bag too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here trying to, they not doing this just for fun. They out here making money on these tours. They out here making money on these shows.
Real money.
You tell me that you're gonna be holding me accountable for what I say and what I do, and if I say something that's completely outlandish and, like Jay said, too far, that I'm gonna lose my money. Yeah, that's something to be fair for sure. Because at the end of the day, that's my livelihood. That's my family. That's my kids. That's my house. That's my car. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I definitely said something to be fair, but I personally, I don't have a problem with it because, it holds you accountable. It makes you think twice and taste the words before you spit them out. Before you say what you're going to say or do what you're going to do, think it over. And, before you put it out there. Because once it's out there, you can't take it back.
Sure
so
can.
I agree.
I'm with it. I rock with it.
Yeah, it's definitely something to be feared. I agree with all y'all. In my opinion, back in the day, I think they was throwing out cancel culture just to throw it out there because there was people that were saying, "Oh, cancel them. You ain't get canceled. You're still making money." But I think this day and age, they're actually trying to take it seriously and try to actually get people out of here and make sure they learn their lesson and basically watch what they say.
Really feel it.
Yeah, exactly. So I like what they're doing. Just don't take it too far.
Exactly. Social media, listen, this is the day of social media. And if you piss off the wrong people, just a little bit even, but you go too far, it can spread like wildfire. How many times have you seen somebody say something and like the next day there's millions and sometimes tens of millions of views on there, and everything they're a part of is now off the TV.
It's true.
They lose all the endorsements. They lose you gotta just be careful. You just gotta remember that every single person in this world, most adults, I shouldn't say every single person, but most adults in this world have a phone. And that phone has a camera, and that camera records. So anything you do, just expect it. Expect that anything you do. Think of it like how we always, like, I don't know about y'all, but I was taught when I was a kid, God's everywhere. And anything you say, he gonna see you.
That's basically what this generation is.
Anybody gonna see you.
Yeah.
You're right, man.
So just think it over, man. Think twice.
Yeah. Next question.
Let's get another question.
All right, so we going.
I like these questions, by the way. These are good stuff.
We're going into relationships now. So how late is too? I know how late is too late to tell a man you're pregnant.
You're pregnant.
Part two is it wrong to be quiet about it?
Wait, what?
How late is too late to tell a man?
To tell a man.
I think as soon as you find out, you gotta say something.
And then part two is it wrong to keep quiet about the pregnancy?
Man, listen. As soon as you find out you're pregnant, or as soon as you confirm you're pregnant, right? Because you can take the pregnancy test, but then you can actually go for the blood test and the actual ultrasound, right? And actually confirm. As soon as you confirm it, it's time to have a conversation. Because it took two to get there. I think it's only
Allegedly.
It took at least two to get there. I think it's only fair the second person or the man involved should or I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. The other person is involved in that pregnancy or who's gonna be seen as the adults or the parent. Assuming there is another parent in the picture. And it's an actual relationship. I think as soon as you find out, they should find out too. And also because that emotional road you go through, at least I'll speak from my own perspective. It's like the first you find out, what? Then you think about it, like, oh shoot, I'm excited. You find out that you're like, dang, it's gonna cost money. Then you like a whole lot to go. You can't just hit me with that like 3 months before the baby comes. I need some time. That's all I'm saying. Give me some time, because I hope if we got to that point, hope we have a relationship strong enough that you're gonna include me. Let me have a chance to unload and support you as well as you go through that journey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'll chime in.
Oh yeah, you the main one.
It's allegedly, and based off my past experiences, I have not found out any of my women were pregnant until the child support letter came in the mail. So You know, it's just I guess every female has a different they tell whenever at different times. So I don't know. You just some people are fortunate enough to know ahead of time. I just know when I get that letter in the mail.
How you find that at any time? Or before they got pregnant, or just before the baby came?
Yeah, listen. As soon as I get that letter in the mail, I'm like, oh, I have another child. Okay, all right. Her name is Natalia. All right, it makes sense. Oh, I got an Alex Jr. All right. Yeah. That's it. What about you, Steve?
So first of all, it seemed like this person wasn't planning on having a baby because it seemed like they me. You need to know once you find out. Everybody should know. Well, the two of you guys should know.
At least
there's at least the two. You shouldn't be, waiting, surprised, and letting them know when the belly's grown and you can actually see that. That's not cool at all. All right. So I think that how late is too late? A week after you found out was too late, right? I'm gonna give you a week to process it.
Yeah.
Right? But outside of that, you're running up my time. That's my opinion.
Well, damn, Steve, you are very generous. My boy said, "I'll give you a week."
I'll be honest.
Get your thoughts together.
Think about what it goes into preparing for a child, right? So if you have the time to process it, you can better prepare to raise that child. Absolutely. And put them in a better position to have a healthy childhood from birth versus getting the knowledge or the information a week or even a month or two before the baby comes. But now you're scrambling to try and get support, scrambling to try and find a crib, scrambling to try and do everything together. And I'm not saying you won't do it. You'll make it happen. You'll find a way. I believe that everybody out there will find a way if they want to, if they choose to, right? But at the same time, listen, the sooner you get it from me, get it to me, as a man, as a provider, that's how I'm thinking. I can start preparing. I can start doing whatever I can to do to support you, take some load off your shoulders. I don't know about y'all, but I'll talk about me, and I think Steve can say this too. Alex, I believe you can as well. But my girl, my wife, she ain't picking up nothing off the floor the minute I find out that baby's in that belly. She ain't touching the dish. She ain't doing nothing because that's it. I'm going all in. I'm handling everything I can. And only way something's happened is if she insists on doing it and I ain't around to stop her.
Facts. For me, I have this app and this calendar. So anytime women's menstrual is late, it's already set up. I get a ding. I get an alert. I'm like, hey, it's Thursday. Did you? Your cycle should be coming on within 45 minutes. I'm late right now. I'm like, you're late. Well, how did that happen?
That sounds like being reactive.
Yeah, like,
that's why you got a football team now.
I'm like, well, who are you with? Because based off of my withdrawal methods,
weak, Alex.
I'm saying
clearly,
too late for that.
Clearly, we know who's making those shots, right?
Listen, I got this. I got this thing broken down to a science. I'm like, well, on Tuesday, I ate 2 apples and Rice Krispies. There's no way you can. Anything can happen based off of that formula. I didn't have Gatorade, and I didn't have any type of Kool-Aid or any of those type of substances. So if you're late, we need to discuss this, and we need to. I need to know why are you cheating on me? Oh yeah.
Clearly your formula sucks because you got about 7. All right,
you 6-0.
I'm 6-0 clearly. Don't listen to him.
Hey, call me Jordan's in the finals, baby. 6-0.
Yeah, 6 rings.
6 rings. Undefeated. Never game 7.
Nah, they gonna have to tell me the day of.
They gotta tell you the day of?
Yeah, they gotta tell me the day
They
of.
need some time to process.
I need a process too.
That's true. Mean? I ain't gonna lie, yeah. But Jay, I ain't gonna lie, you're gonna need some time to process.
Yeah, Yeah, my greatest fear is that.
Jay gonna freak out.
I'll be happy. I'll be happy. No, the only time I'll probably panic is like my greatest fear actually is if an ex come out of nowhere with a child talking about his mind.
Oh God!
Like think about any of y'all.
Just brought back some horrific memories.
Yeah, just think about an ex just coming out of nowhere with a 5-year-old child. Like, yeah, I think it's time for you to meet your kid.
But imagine this.
I'm like, what?
Imagine that, and then you get a letter in the mail from the state of Georgia and the state of New York.
And
then it says, hey, you have a 5-year-old.
Say hi to daddy.
Yeah. Say hi to daddy. You're like, what?
Alex, can you hold on 1 second? All right, say hi.
I'll be like, what's the child's name? His name is Alexander Jr. I'll be like, what? Oh, damn.
Nah.
Trust me, Jay. You don't want that.
Nah, I don't.
Next question. Right, man. Next question. Next question. Why don't men like to FaceTime?
Oh, damn. Let me.
They hiding something.
What is going on right now? I can't. All right, for me.
Yeah, if they try to FaceTime, they hiding
Steve,
something, bro.
Steve,
yeah,
why don't you go first, man? We ain't heard nothing from you yet, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
You should be hear nothing from me yet. Listen, for me, I personally just it just takes too much. It takes too much, man. I definitely am. I'll put it out there. I don't care to FaceTime, man. And I don't even care to text. I'll call you, right? Because I can get more out and I can keep with my day. FaceTime is you interrupting everything because half the time I'm on the go. So I happen to look at a phone and stop what I'm doing to have a conversation. To me, it's annoying to me. You know, so I'd rather just pick up the phone, have an earpiece, and I will always have an earpiece available. So while I'm on the move, I can address what I need to address. And it's just because of my work style and how I move on a day-to-day basis. But if there's someone that is significant and they want to FaceTime, that's different. All right, so that's what I would say.
I'm sorry. I have to just chime in real quick.
Okay.
So you tell me, Steve.
Yeah.
Now, your method, I agree with it. I just want to tell you that right now. I agree with it wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
I just want to know what woman is going to agree with that.
I don't know, man. Listen, that's on them. That ain't on me. It had nothing to do with me, man.
I'm telling you right now, my brother, I agree with you 10,000%. You know, it's honestly difficult being on the phone, FaceTiming, holding the phone, making sure that you're able to look and do all these different things when you're juggling, multitask, all kind of crap you're doing simultaneously. It's a hazard. Mm-hmm. Women do not understand that at all.
It's a what?
The question is, what are you hiding? So they're going to say, well, you're at work. Be like, yeah, I'm at work. Though they can hear it in the background. They're going to say, well, who are you at work with? What are you hiding? And then 4 years from now, you get that letter from State of New York.
From the coworker.
From the coworker.
I can't with y'all, man.
I think that's really what it comes down to. The real root of that question is, what are you hiding? It has nothing to do with why won't you FaceTime me? It's why won't you let me see what you're doing right now?
Oh God.
And, for me, I don't care. Like y'all, I don't FaceTime with y'all, or I just listen. I put the camera on. I'm driving my car. I ain't looking at y'all in the damn camera. Right. I'm doing what I gotta do. Y'all decide to do a video. Let's do a video. I don't care. At the end of the day, for me, it's all the same. But I'm with you, Steve. Ultimately, you know, it does impede your day, because if that person is looking for your undivided attention, meaning it's probably a romantic relationship at that point, then yeah, it can be a distraction. And yeah, it stops you from being able to move on with your day and multitask. And I know for me, I'm a big multitasker. So while I'm talking and doing what I got to do, I'm still working. I'm still doing something. I'm changing a diaper. I'm looking at scores. I'm watching TV. I'm doing something else. But I'm good. I can do that. But I think that the real question is, why won't my significant other let me see what they got going on when I want to see what's going on? And that's just, that's something y'all got to work out. It ain't got nothing to do with FaceTime. Really, that's just you trying to be nosy sometimes. And maybe y'all got some trust issues for a reason. So y'all got to work that out. That's what I think.
And listen, Jay, we definitely gonna need you to comment on this. But from all the plethora of women that I've had the honor of talking with, a lot of it don't have anything to do with you. It don't have nothing to do with what you're doing or what you got going on. It's some internal trust issues that someone that they fell for and that just really broke them, and they just never fully recovered. So now when they start to see anything that is similar to what they've seen before in the past, they're just ready to just push it on you. So Steve, I agree with you 10,000%. And Jay, how do you get out of those situations? Teach us.
Oh Lord, here you go. All right, so I agree with all y'all, first of all, but I'm gonna speak from the individual that she has trust issues with. The reason why he does not want to FaceTime is because he's hiding something.
Oh damn.
That's not true.
Jay done snitched.
No. I'm not
Jay done snitched.
Somebody shut Jay off.
I'm gonna have to kick you out the group. Let me disconnect this. I work in IT.
First of all,
people have way more trust issues.
No. So first of all, I know y'all three. So I know y'all be busy. So I'm not even speaking for the individual males that's busy and got things to do. I'm talking about the men who don't got shit to do. I'm talking about for them. So this ain't about y'all. This is about the other side.
I'm listening.
So,
but damn, you done got Steve starting to drink now. Damn,
I had to take a sip on that one. That's all right. Y'all think what you want to think.
So Jay done spilled all the secrets.
Hey, listen, they asked for.
Honestly, I ain't got time to do nothing. So.
Oh man. But the answer she's looking for is that the dude hiding something and he just don't want to FaceTime. Because to be honest, like for me, Ray, y'all, I can FaceTime. I'm fine with that. That I have nothing to hide. But for the male who's single and got, multiple women, he probably hiding something. He probably don't want to show you that he had his girlfriend house or his side chick house.
So you're telling me basically that Steve is hiding something?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Steve is here. He's here busting his butt every day. He's working hard. He has multiple jobs. He's Jamaican. And then now all of a sudden, you don't want to FaceTime. And now he's hiding something.
Listen, in real reality, the worst fear that a guy might have is when a girl FaceTime you and another girl pops up on.
Ooh,
I think that.
I've never thought about that.
I know, right?
Damn, that would be crazy.
Who are you?
Who are you? Oh, wait. Why are you calling this number?
Yeah. Listen. I had a situation like that.
There it is.
Jay knows the situation.
Hey, Ray, clearly two people are quiet. So
hey Jay, tell him I acted so dumbfounded.
Boy,
I was so blind. Hey, I can't when I got caught, I was like this.
I can't, man.
I thought you just closed the door.
Yeah, I would have just
kick the foot.
I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yo, she
put a foot to stop him from closing it. He started kicking it.
Close the door, try to go back
I
to bed.
can't. Yo.
Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to survive the next day.
See, in situations like that would make a woman continue to FaceTime. Man, and you wonder why they have trust issues.
I am not knocking them two at all. They 10,000%. I don't blame them for not touching me at that time. But man, I had to do what I had to do in order to be alive to this day to where I can broadcast and do the show. I was definitely gonna die that day.
Yo.
I had a license. Listen, I had a license to get killed that day.
All right, it's your cue.
Next question.
Next question. Do you think that the pandemic has ruined relationships?
10,000% yes.
That's what I was thinking.
What?
I don't even want to know what the name is that wrote that.
Yeah.
I just want to answer it right out the gate.
Oh my gosh.
10,000% yes.
Okay.
What the relationship? Let me tell you what the pandemic has taught. The pandemic has taught that I love you, but I don't like you. That
Okay.
you're a cool person, but you're not the person who I thought you were. That's what the pandemic has taught me.
So my question is for you is, don't you like somebody before you love them?
Yeah, you do. But you know, sometimes once the love kicks in, you overlook what you liked. So now the things that you don't like is it no longer bothers you because it's just like, I love them so much. But now when you're forced to be around in each other's presence 24/7, when you're forced to do things together, see, you know, it's different. Like, so I give an example. Before COVID, the average person will work a 9 to 5, and then both parties might work 9 to 5, and then the children go to school, and then everybody meets back home around 6 p.m. And then now you spend 4 hours or 5 hours together enjoying family time. You go to bed, bam, do it all again. By the time the weekend hit, Saturday, Sunday, this is dedicated to all family. Cool, right? That's simple because you're minimizing the time amongst each other. Now, when COVID hit, you're starting to see the way that person works from home. You're starting to see the way that person handles themselves at their job. And you're starting to notice, like, well, damn, you suck as an employee. Like, I would fire you. Like, if you was my employee, I would have fired you. You know what I'm saying? Or the other one, you be like, yo, you're a horrible boss. Like, I can't believe people actually like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these different things that you're starting to notice about the person that you share space with.
So real quick, so you're trying to say that the pandemic became take your spouse to work day every day?
Yes. God, you could have said it no better. It's now like take your spouse to work day. Like all the little things that would piss you off, now it becomes amplified because y'all always around in each other's presence.
All right.
So, and I'll give you an example.
Please, Ray. Please come.
Last example. So, because I'm the fortunate one to work from home, I'm the one that keeps the house clean. So, you know, the woman goes out to work. I clean up the bathroom with all the makeup, all the hair, wipe down the toilets, all of that. Always make sure that it's clean because since I'm the one home, I get to do all that. Well, now when COVID hit, it becomes the complete opposite. Now the bathroom's dirty 24/7. Because you're always combing your hair, you're always doing this, you're always applying makeup at different times, all this different stuff. And now I got to clean basically all day. So, of course, I get more irritated because I'm doing it more now.
Oh, boy. That was the deal breaker, huh?
That's the deal breaker for me.
The deal breaker is I don't like to clean. That's what we're talking about
I
right
had to see that shit one too many times. I don't like you no more.
That's it. I'm not gonna clean this 5 times a day, 7 days a week, 30 days a month, 365 days a year.
Alex is like, you ain't gonna have me. I'm being slaving.
Yeah, I had no choice but to get a maid to keep some type of peace between us.
Why couldn't y'all just have a conversation?
It ended up in an argument.
Okay, ended up in an argument, but did the sink get clean?
Yes, I did clean it. I did clean it.
Oh, you?
Yeah, I did clean it.
It seems like you've identified some pressure points and things that y'all need to work on, and you threw out the whole tub. Forget the bath and the baby. You just threw out the whole tub and said, "Screw this! I can't deal with this."
Yeah, I'm the worst person to ask for this.
Okay, so Jay, you're actually in a position also where you're able to work from home. So I want to hear from your perspective.
From my perspective, it's great. We just spend time together. That's it. Like, she gives me my time when I work. If she want to have a quick conversation, I'm fine with that. For me, it just makes us closer, to be honest. I think, and it doesn't. I think where the disconnect is when you have relationships where male husband wife or husband husband.
Damn, Jay, you gotta be husband.
I'm gonna wife,
and
bro.
Hey, man, we still on the LGBT.
Whoever. Oh yeah, whoever.
We still on the LGBT.
Yeah, we still.
He just went Gigi BTQ.
Whoever's in a relationship, you have one going 9 to 5, the other going 9 to 5, and then you have like a window to see each other, like cook, and then you go to bed. You don't really have that connection where you guys have actual conversations and stuff like that. So me work from home, I get to have those conversations while working. I like to multitask, so I could do that. So for me, it just makes us closer. Now for others, I've heard they split up or they just can't do it. They rather work from home because they're annoyed with their significant other, with them talking. They may not like a talkative person around them while they're working. So it just depends. And it's always just a communication, really. If you say, "Hey, hon, I need this time to work. I can't have distractions," she could go away. There's other rooms, there's other places they could go. So it's easier for me. And it just brings us closer, but some just don't like it.
I agree.
So my perspective is a little different. My perspective is a little different because I continue to go out to work in the line that I do, and so did my wife. But from what I saw happening to other people, from the outside, not in that exact scenario, I felt like it allowed people to really get to know their spouse or their roommate or their whoever lived in their house. And I mean, when I say really get to know, I mean, Alex made a good point. When you go 9 to 5 and you come back and you spend 8 hours at work and maybe a total of 5 or 6 hours at home, there's a complete shift when you go 24 hours home all the time. Kids are on, wife is on, husband's on. Everything is just always here. Now you get to see all their habits, both good and bad, clean, dirty, musky, fresh. You get to see it all.
Everything,
and it's nonstop. So it's like pulling out a magnifying glass, and really getting to see that person from every aspect of their day and how their day goes. So I don't think it necessarily would I'd say ruin the relationship in itself. But the exposure.
There you go.
How that person is all the time, from A to Z. Your the way you see them can change. It can shift because now you saw this person as, oh man, she's always so pretty. Oh man, she's always so. Oh man, she's always so that. And now all of a sudden you see the ugly moments. Now you see the moments where they screaming at somebody, yelling at somebody, they cussing somebody out. They they flirting with they work wife or husband or whatever they got. You get to see all that. You're like, wait a minute, like I don't like that. That's what I think. And with that, of course, when you get to see a different side of somebody that you never saw before,
Yeah.
The way you see them changes, your perspective changes, and then you make a decision. So,
Yep.
so I don't think it changed. I don't think it ruined the relationship by itself, but it just gave you a bigger viewpoint.
Yeah, it's like for me, to be honest with you, I'm grateful for it because it taught me a lot of things that I was oblivious to, things that I really didn't pay attention to, and some things that I overlooked due to the fact of, I guess you can say, just being sprung. So sometimes you don't really think cautiously because you're so wrapped up and involved into the relationship, and you're just always on a positive vibe. So you're just thinking like, all right, this it's gonna be great. But COVID has taught me so much that like, hey, this is real. This is what you're actually getting. This is the person that you're with. This is them. Yeah. So it's like if you're fortunate enough to get that and to survive it, I honestly believe nothing will break you up. I honestly believe you won't have any issues going forward. You feel me? Like, so like if you survive this, yo, you good. Like for real, like you good. So I'm very grateful for COVID.
I would say the same. I think that pre-COVID, everyone was in their routine. You step away on every 5 days, to work, and you only see your spouse for 4 or 5 hours before you go to sleep. Yeah, this really shows you who they really are and their elements when they're away from you. And then you got to ask yourself, do I like this or do I not? So it really does expose the full individual. And that just is a testament to how strong the foundation of the relationship is. And if you really love them to the core, or just some things you have to work on, or you just throw it all out the window and say, man, I can't do this. I think that's kind of what COVID did to relationships.
Facts.
I like that question. The strong will survive.
That's it.
Next question.
So speaking of relationships, so what is your thoughts on Kim and Kanye's divorce? Do you
Congratulations.
do you think the song snippet Kanye released was about Kim?
I didn't hear that song, so I can't.
Tell the assassin I escaped from Calabasas.
That's right. My dog is free.
Well,
I mean, I'll say something real quick. So I'm like you, Steve. I don't keep up with all the social media all the time, right? Yeah. So I do know bits and pieces about this situation where, he's allegedly dealing with some mental health issues, and we also know she's completely I can't say completely, but from my perspective, she's completely like dramatic in every way of her life, and everything just doesn't help mental health issues. So on the one, from that standpoint, when it comes to mental health, I don't know how extreme it got or how far it got, but I do know there's children involved. So I'd say, if the safety of the children ever came into question or anything like that, I'd say, you know what, I'm happy for it. But on the other side of it, as a father, as a husband, I feel for them, because I say, you know what, they had kids, like multiple children.
Yeah.
And, a split home can still work. Don't get me wrong. You can still work. But I always feel bad for the children involved when that has to be the case. So I, without knowing all the details of the most recent antics from the Kardashians in the West, I should say. Yeah. Or was it the West Kardashian? I don't even know how that went. I don't know. But without knowing all details, I just say from that perspective alone, from a husband and father and family man perspective, I feel bad for the family. That's a split that they now have to repair, and I'm sure they have. I mean, they have the resources, so now it's just putting in the time and the effort to make sure it happens and it works for everybody involved.
I'll just chime in and say, man, if Kanye, if your sanity was wild, kudos for running and getting the hell up out of there. It's a person's sanity is priceless, because there's a lot of people who lose it and never get it back. So, I'm not saying Kim Kardashian is a bad person. I'm not even saying that she's a bad fit for him. All I'm saying is if your mental is literally out of whack, and you feel like it's out of whack only when you're around them, then you got to remove yourself from the situation. I don't know what any other way to say it. You know, you can always be best friends. Y'all can always rekindle. Y'all can always everything can always get back to how it was or how you think it's good. But you have to remove yourself the moment that you can't think correctly. The moment you can't operate, no, that's it. It's time to go.
I mean, my perspective is it looks like they're fine because she was just at his listening party for his new album that's coming out, I think tomorrow. When's August 6th? Yeah, tomorrow.
Tonight, I think.
Yeah, tonight. So she was at the listening party, so it seems like they're doing good. But as far as their divorce, I will say ever since the divorce announcement, we got a Jay-Z verse from that's going to be on Kanye's album. So hey, since the divorce, he got a verse from Jay-Z. I know they was going through it back in the day about yeah, I heard they was going back and forth when Kanye was dating Kim and Jay and Beyonce, they had a little beef going on or whatever. But hey, either they reconciled after the divorce announcement or they may have reconciled before that. But still, since then, he got the verse. So it looks like it's going good. I don't see no issue, no back and forth on social media. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I usually stay out of rich people business anyways.
Yeah, man. But listen, not even rich people. I just stay out of people business altogether. So honestly,
that's a fact.
For me, I got nothing to say on that. Man. I really don't. But what I will say is this release party and the fact that Kanye is still living in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. What is that about? That I don't even understand. And I know his process is just, I don't know. I guess the listening party went good for him. He probably getting
creative
karma coming on. But
I think it's genius.
Really, man, it worked for him.
Hey,
I don't know how much that rent is, but you know, that's all.
They say it's allegedly $1 million a day.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I don't believe that, but that's what I heard.
I don't believe
But he
that.
has his personal chef there and everything. Like he moved in. So
only reason I don't believe it is because then we're basically saying this album is gonna cost about $50 million to make. This will be the most.
You been in there for like 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah, you see it, but but I'm saying, think about it, right? Even if it's for 2 weeks, that's 14 million. You still got to pay Jay. You still got to pay all these different producers on the album. You got to pay the engineers. You got to pay your food. You still got to pay all these different things. So it's just like you're spending maybe 20 to 30 million on an album. This would be like the most expensive album ever.
The only thing is, Kanye's so wild, he just might do that.
I know, and that's if it was anybody else, I would say hell no. But because it's Kanye, it's almost like it ain't too far fetched. You know what I'm saying?
So
anyone
who's Drake could do it?
Able to rent out a stadium like that, I mean, honestly, I don't feel bad for any pockets, bro. Whatever he paid for it. Whatever, he can afford it.
I'll be honest, Drake is probably the other rapper that could pull this off. But I don't
remember he had that dinner in the
he rented out the whole baseball stadium, right?
Yeah, Dodger Stadium. He had a whole date.
Stadium. Yeah, just for a date.
Just for a date. So it's possible.
Yeah, that's one date.
But also he only had to
That's true. That is true.
One day.
One night.
Yeah. And on top of it, a few hours.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe that was already an empty day, and it was just like, yo, we'll do you a solid. Just shoot us 10 grand just to cover lights or whatever. You good. You know, it could be one of them type of situations.
That's true.
But to lock down,
that date better be worth it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To lock down a stadium for 14 days with that means you're taking away all bookings, all revenues.
Yeah.
From that stadium for those days.
Yeah.
No, I think he's in the cut. They still doing events and stuff. He just in this little area that they're not using, from what I'm hearing.
I know he has his own section, but if I'm correct, I think he locked down the whole stadium to where like there's no in and out, none of that type of
I
stuff.
thought they still got practice. NFL started.
Well, I don't know. See, I didn't hear that.
Practice outside the parking lot.
Yeah, I'm like,
Usually they have like a spring camp or something like that. So I could be wrong.
yeah.
Let me text Kanye right now. Next one.
Let me know what he
Next
said.
question.
What's up, yeah? Jay?
I said next question. Oh wait, no, Steve.
Oh, you ain't on me? All right,
Yeah.
let's see. My fault, man. I thought
Steve was
you
researching
good.
stuff.
what's that?
Yeah, we got time for one last question. So
All right,
give us a
let's
good
see.
one, Steve.
I'm trying to find a good one. All right, here we go. Is 1 month too soon to take a relationship to the next level? And I guess this must be like dating and actually being invested.
So
Going
I'm
to the next
assuming
level.
when he or she is saying this, they're
I
saying
didn't
like,
know what the next level is.
yeah. Are we talking about sexual or
No, I'm talking. I guess maybe I don't know. Maybe more.
What is
so-
the next level? We talk about next
okay?
level like
Well, let's talk about the rules.
Are we physical
okay,
next level, like going?
Yeah, because
and smashing,
everyone
or like
knows-
moving in with each other. What do we mean by next
Yeah,
level?
because everyone knows there's that 3-day rule. You meet them on Friday. By Monday, you're supposed to be
by
swapping.
Monday, what?
You know, this is a PG-13. But by Monday, put it like this: by Monday, I'm out. By Monday, I'm out. If we ain't,
Oh God! Wait. Let me go back. I'm assuming that this means like making it serious as far as the next level. Right? What happens in between
So, like,
that? I don't know.
What
Yeah.
are we talking about? Like old,
But being
1980s,
exclusive,
you going
exclusive.
steady, like
Yeah,
Yeah, like-
exclusive. Being exclusive.
exclusive. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you know some people got that 3-month period where they're like, all right, I'm
3
gonna
month
date you
period
for
for
3
what?
months. I don't know. You know, back in the day, you'd be like 3 months. They never follow the rule. But
What
I'm
is
just
3
saying,
months? What happened in 3 months? Jay?
just
Help me
dating,
understand. I
just
don't
dating and
understand
not okay, just dating. Like we're dating, but we're not exclusive.
Right.
They
So you
never
just
follow
dating
the rule.
anybody. You just hoeing out for 3 months.
Yeah.
You
Basically,
ain't sleeping with nobody. You just dating them, like as in going out on dinner dates and stuff like
I didn't
that.
say
Well,
nothing
for me,
about
I-
sleeping with nobody.
You
I
said
have a
hoeing
3-day
out,
rule.
so you know, I automatically think of sex when you say hoeing
I
out.
know we know what you think, Jay.
Yeah. So you know, listen. I got my rule is very clear. It's 3 days. I know it's pretty long. I know my rule is pretty long, but at the end of the day, 72 hours is more than enough time.
What?
Okay. All right, man. We got you, man.
What's your thoughts, Steve?
Where do we land on? Because we went all over the place, right?
Yeah,
First
so-
of all, I'm thinking
I
about.
think we need to
I'm thinking about-
define what next level is.
Like you know,
Okay, so
smashing, moving in.
I'm gonna say no. That doesn't go together.
Oh.
Right? So I'm gonna say exclusive. Being exclusive. I'm gonna make that very clear. So it's 30 days too soon to be exclusive. That's what I'm gonna define that question.
Okay.
Okay, so basically 30 days until it's exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that too soon?
In this day and age, no.
Yeah.
I'll answer because y'all.
If it's past 72 hours, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
I gotta think about it.
So for me, it all depends on the connection that you have with the individual, right? Nobody can put a time constraint on it. There's no rule because nobody listens to the rule anyways. You're gonna do what you want to do. So it may take a little bit more time to understand what you're signing up for, right? And other chemistry and connections, in my opinion, could be a lot more fast track for you to say, you know what, this is somebody that I want to commit to exclusively and kind of see where this goes. So that's my take on it.
All right, so yeah, so I think I somewhat agree. So first off, before we get to it, just shout out to my brother who just hit me up saying he's praying for Alex. He said, "I'm praying for Alex. I don't know what's going on with him."
Nobody knows, man.
He said that's high school stuff. But I just want to shout him out. But anyways, so for me, I think a month is plenty to be able to make a decision if you want to be exclusive with somebody, meaning I'm only dating you, I'm only going to be interacting with you on that level. And the reason I say I think a month is plenty is because I mean, I'll speak for me. Like I only dated my wife we only dated for a year before we end up getting engaged and getting married. So if I'm gonna take 6 months to decide I'm gonna be exclusive, then based on my timeline personally, that makes no sense, right? So for me, like once you decide that you want to be exclusive with somebody, I think you can make I think most people can make up their mind within 30 days. And if you're talking about the other stuff, like that's a whole other conversation. But next level, meaning exclusive, 30 days is plenty.
So basically you're saying my 72 hours is too short.
I didn't say that. I think 72 hours is depending on. So 72 hours you think is too short for the entire relationship lifespan? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying 72
so
hours.
Gone by Monday.
Yeah, I meet them Friday. By Monday, if we not, hey, listen, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? Are we gonna be together or not? Am I changing my Facebook status or what? If I'm not changing my Facebook status, then just leave me alone. I don't got plan for this. Let me be on the market. Let me do what I do best.
Oh man!
And I just keep it 100 with him. That's it.
Kind of like it look like you're disappearing, man.
Yeah.
You get lighter and lighter skin over there, brother.
The more you talk about 72 hours, the more you disappear, man.
What's your thoughts, Jay?
What's going on, Jay?
I agree with Ray.
Jay's like 48 hours.
I've been in situations where I've been in the 72-hour range, and I've been into the longer than that. But I realized that it just depends on the relationship. It depends on who that person is. Sometimes we come into that mindset is like, okay, I just want to talk to her so I can just smash. So we already know that relationship.
God, you heartless.
Fail. No, I'm just saying it's already going to fail. But if you come in that mindset of I want to actually be with her, then yeah. So in my opinion, for her, I think a month is good enough. Just watch out for those individuals who just saying, I just want to smash you. And you could do that just by their conversation. So I think 30 days will kind of dictate where their mindset is at. Sometimes it may take longer just by the conversations you have. So my opinion, 30 days is enough to make it exclusive, but it's fine if you take it longer than that. Because men are hoes anyways. So
damn, whoa.
Speak for yourself, bro.
Yo, speak for yourself, man.
I'm gonna speak for me and Alex.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
I'm gonna speak for me and Alex. Back in the day.
Hey, I'm a good Christian man. What the hell are you talking about?
What happened to 72 days?
72 hours.
72 hours.
72 hours is more than enough time to get to know someone and figure out what you want to do.
Yeah, but you said you're gone after 72 hours.
Yeah, and listen.
Even after you're exclusive.
If you're not going, if you don't want to be with me,
72 is too long.
Yeah, if you don't want to be with me, you can't handle this. No problem. Just let me be. Let me spend my next 72 hours with someone else who is gonna give me the time and the energy that's worth it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man. All right. But yeah.
Damn, is that too much to ask, Jay?
That's too much to ask.
God. Jay just called me a hoe. Jay called me a hoe on national TV.
You can't give him more time, bro. You can't give it 30 days.
Listen, man, 30 days, bro. I don't know where I'll be in 30 days from now. I might be a millionaire. I might be a billionaire. I don't know. And you want me to wait on you? Now you want to be exclusive that I just hit this $1 million.
Somebody just hit the ball and for a lot of that for $1 million.
Yeah, listen, it's a high chance I'm still gonna be broke 72 hours later. So I know you're gonna love me for real. I don't know about 30 days.
As I am.
Yeah, but you're gonna take me as I am today.
We got time for one more question, or we out?
Yeah. We actually got time for one more.
Time for one more.
I don't have no more questions to ask, man. Unless y'all have a question. Nobody's asking questions on social media. To be quite
Thank
honest.
God. I didn't check my inbox.
You didn't check your inbox?
Oh, let me check real quick. Let me see something.
Hey man, if y'all got a question, go ahead and drop it in the chat.
Please drop it in the chat.
Hopefully y'all enjoying the ridiculousness that is Alex.
Damn.
and all the other brothers too,
Wait. Jay calls me a hoe on national TV, and I'm ridiculous.
I'm being honest.
You should have named this stream 72 hours. Where are you?
Yeah, 72 hours.
Where will you be in 72?
Oh, I got a question for y'all.
All right.
All it takes is 3 days.
All right.
Go ahead, Jay.
Would you date a stripper?
Ooh.
All right, so let's hold on, wait. So let's define date. When we say date, do we mean like exclusive?
Date and then exclusive. I'm making
You talking about 72 hours?
Take them to dinner, trying to have a life in a relationship with this person.
Yeah, she got a career as a stripper. She pays her own bills. She got her own job.
All right. I'm gonna keep it 10,000%. The old Alex, old Alejandro, would say hell to the nah.
Okay.
But this new Alex, for the fact that she makes her own money, she pays her own bills, I would have to figure out what her job entails, and then
you know what a job
I was about to say you wasn't with
stripper.
us, so I was about to say just like
Shaking
when we was
ass.
at the
That's
strip
what
club.
yeah.
I
So
was
listen,
describe us when we was at the strip club.
she
but you
can
wasn't
she
there.
can strip. She can strip, but maybe there's no fondling, there's no intimacy, that type of part. I don't know. But on top of it, I'm not
include that's part of the stripping is lap
slapping on their
dances.
butt.
Hey, that's why I said I gotta ask.
So okay, I'm giving it to
The
you.
whole
I'm telling
9
you.
yards.
Yeah.
Thongs, naked, dancing, lap
Money.
dances, money.
Okay.
That's the whole thing.
I like what you just said. So let me tell you.
Because that could be a part of some people's
That's
lives.
what I'm saying.
That's not the job we're talking about. We're talking about stripping, which is close, but not quite there.
Yeah, so for me now, let me tell you what I heard when you just said that. I heard entrepreneur, I heard own boss, and I heard savings plans and potential retirement. So for me, I would have to really find the core of her and say, okay, maybe you're stripping because you don't know how to get money otherwise, or you don't know what to do with the money once you get it. So maybe I could be that person that helped to get you out of that lifestyle and get you into something else. And I'm only saying that because there's plenty of women that have been strippers, like Trina, like Jackie O, like Kai. Like there's a whole bunch of women, if we go down the list, that have become famous rappers or that has become successful businesswomen. And all it took was just one person to say, hey, all right, I see what you're doing, but let me show you how to take that attitude and place it here. And then now you'll be a beast. So that's why I say I could possibly do it. If you would have asked me that question 5 years ago, hell to the no.
Yeah. So for me, man, I give Alex that credit, but I'm not the one.
Oh, damn.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah. So I'm gonna just put it out there because for me, you are stripping for money, which is I understand. There is some things that enough money you'll be willing to do that's going to compromise how I feel about what you're doing. Just stripping in itself is, to me, is if I am committed to someone, I don't need nobody else touching someone that I'm committed to.
So Steve, let me just
personal.
I'm sorry, but if she makes $500,000 a year stripping, now remember, you're into logistics, you're into finance. This is what you do. You're phenomenal at this. You're the other half to her future. So she got to stripping on her own. But now you're the one that can say, hey, all right, you made that. Let me show you how to make that same amount of money outside of here. So you don't have to do that anymore. So you don't have to degrade or demoralize yourself anymore.
So here's my thing. I hear what you're saying, and it sounds great in a perfect world, but I feel like if they fail to succeed outside of stripping, they're going to default and go right back to that.
Of course.
And
100%.
And I can't, because business, without that fast cash money that's not being taxed by Uncle Sam, comes quick. And outside of that, it takes a little bit more time. I can't risk that, because now that's investment in time for just to get a relapse. And then I can't lose that on that investment.
So it's just me and Ray is the only ones that really love these women.
So hold on, before we get to finishing that question, it's similar to just like if a woman is dating a gangbanger or
a drug dealer, same thing.
That's fast money. She's risking that her potential of dating somebody with a 9-to-5 for the person who's slanging dope.
Yeah,
you're right, Jay. And let me ask you a question. So let's say if the gangbanger got saved and came out of that lifestyle and went to the corporate office, do you think that she's going to stick around, or is she going to find somebody else that's making that quick money?
That's a good question.
It depends on how you make that money.
It does.
It depends on how he was treating her. Because if he's using that money to spend on her lifestyle, her mentality is automatically, he's making that quick money to supply me with this. So now if he gets saved and finds a 9-to-5, she's like, wait, money not coming in like it used to.
Yeah.
Let me go find another nigga who could do the same thing that he was doing previously.
But if she took him to church,
correct. If she's the one who brought him there,
and that's what she wanted out of him. She gonna ride that thing for him now. She gonna ride for him. So she gonna say, you know what, baby, I'm proud of you, and you don't got to do this no more. Listen, we gonna get through this together.
That's right.
I'm gonna be a stripper, and you be a save guy now. It's my turn to be out here in these streets.
So what you say?
That's real love.
Oh my God! All
What
right,
you say, Ray?
You tell me, Ray.
So I actually agree with Alex.
God bless your soul, Ray.
But I gotta rock with Steve on this one. And so here's what I mean. If I'm going with the way Alex is seeing it, I'm strictly seeing a relationship as a business transaction. And if we're a business transaction, I'm 1,000% dating that stripper. That stripper don't mean nothing to me. It's a business transaction. You making money, I'm spending it. You're a resource, and now you're an employee. That's how I see it. Okay. But if I'm seeing it as a relationship, somebody who I actually want to build with, and someone who I want to be able to say I respect and want to raise a family with and have a role model for daughters and sons and all that, then I'm rocking with Steve and with Jay. I think. I don't remember what Jay said, but I'm rocking with Steve.
I ain't saying that yet.
Jay was on the line like this.
Jay right on the fence.
I don't know.
Jay was like,
you might
Jay was Simone Biles on that balance beam, boy. He one side to go with the twisties. but now I'm rocking with Steve though for sure. Because at the end of the day, for me personally, I got values, I got principles, and I truly believe that this is just my love language. I need to be able to respect you and your principles.
But you will. Listen, you gotta remember this, Ray. Yeah. Before she met you, she didn't know. She didn't know.
Yeah, but that's my point. But before I got to know her, I would
conversation has to be said.
Because I would have never got interested because I wouldn't see her that way. You know what I'm saying? It goes both ways. Just like she didn't know me, I don't know her.
Yeah.
So all I know is her as is a stripper. So I personally am not going to be attracted to a relationship with a stripper. You see what I'm saying? That's just because that's how I am. I'm not attracted to that. Somebody else might be like, oh, all I see is.
So what about? All right. So let me ask you. What about this? What about? I'm sorry that I'm defending these strippers, but
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
yeah.
With you, Alex.
What happened if she's like, she's like, hey, I know that you're working hard in the corporate world, and I just want to tell you, I was thinking about you. I sent you some flowers and baskets of roses, all this good stuff and food at your job because I know that you're hungry and you work so hard and you don't get to eat a lot.
So
I was
she's
thinking about
acknowledging
yeah.
his
So
hard work.
exactly. So while I'm on this pole twerking and I'm riding this dude's lap, I'm thinking about you, Ray. I'm thinking about you.
No, she's thinking about how much money she gonna get.
I'll be flattered. I'll be flattered by that. But I still won't be like, oh, I gotta go marry her now. I'm saying this girl is coached out. She's coached out and she making money that she's thinking about me, I guess. I'm flattered, but I'm still not interested because personally for me, it's more than just the exterior appearance. Like I gotta know that you have values. That's for me. That's my.
All right, so we need to start a stripper movement
solely on physical. If you're solely on physical and on resources, then yeah. Go for it. I got no judgment zone here. It's just for me. It said, "How would you feel?" For me, I couldn't date a stripper. Not seriously, anyway.
Damn.
I think I'm between the fence.
I've had conversations. You know what I'm saying, with dancers, but I've never taken it to that level, not up here. Like,
what happened if she's going to college? She's trying to get
and that's all good.
That's what I'm saying. It's tough for her. That's
all good, but it still doesn't attract me. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying it never happened, but I wouldn't pursue that. You see what I'm saying? Because for me, I'm like, all right, I want a girl who knows how to hustle and keep her clothes on.
You said you wanted 30 days to decide on if this is the woman or not. You're not even giving her 72 hours.
For real.
Damn, right?
Hey, listen. If she can change her lifestyle in 72 hours,
just so y'all know, this is why I love Ray, because Ray is so adamant on like I get you, I understand, but that's just not me. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I always get real to me.
Ray's like, I'm sure she's a beautiful woman inside and out, but just not for me. You know what I'm saying? Tell me, Jay, what's your thoughts, Jay?
I'm straggling on the fence because I feel like I agree with both of y'all. I have great points. So for me, I think when I first see a stripper, obviously it's gonna be lust.
Yeah,
that's the first thing. So I'm already coming in with that mindset of not a relationship.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to smash.
Correct.
But if I get to know you, and if you tell me that these are your goals and you have your life planned out, and you say, okay, I'm gonna be a stripper for 6 months, a year, 2 years, but I'm gonna be here, then I may risk take that chance to date you. But to be honest, mentally, it's not gonna last. Because I'm automatically, my mind is only lust.
Every night.
So yeah,
every night.
Yeah. So
wait, Jay. Let me just give you a picture, Jay, of what every night will be. She's gonna say, "Hey, baby, love you. I'm headed out to work. Don't wait up for me.
Come inside."
And then they come. How was work? Work was great. Really great. Man, I can't do it, man. I'm sorry.
Wait. What
work wasn't great. No.
Imagine every night she come home. You say, "Well, how was work?" "Oh, work was phenomenal today." Like, what the hell? What you mean?
I will be happy when she said work was.
Let me
Work
tell
was
you about.
terrible.
Oh, let me tell you about this one dude. How he wouldn't stop. Hell no.
I'll try it. But I'm already coming in with the mindset it's not gonna work, so I know it's not gonna work. But I'm willing to try it out.
All right, so this is my
chance.
last response. And Steve, I need to hear this from you. This is my last
bucket
response.
list.
Yeah. And I need you to be completely honest, Steve.
Yep.
You said that you just couldn't see her. She's going to work and she's collecting all this fast money tax-free. What if she filed taxes and claimed it? Would you reconsider?
No, I mean,
What the hell?
I'm good, man.
I'm just saying, it's her official job. She went and filed it on her taxes. She's about to get approved for a mortgage. Steve. She's getting approved for a mortgage.
Hey, that's not
But
bad.
his
Come
point,
on now.
he never said anything about the money, Alex. That was
Yeah,
you that
nothing
saw
to do with
it.
He said
He
tax-free.
said he couldn't see himself with a woman that allows other men to be feeling on them and touching on them and dancing on men all night, every day. And the money was that was your argument.
So what if she went and bought you a Bentley, Steve?
I
A Bentley?
He's thinking.
Yeah.
hold on now.
She bought you a Bentley, Steve.
You ain't gonna get me, man.
Because Steve, she's out working and she is so excited that she has a man in her life to call her own, and she's so excited that you are supporting her. She said, "Baby, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna let these men run a train on me, and I'm gonna get you a Bentley."
Oh god, yeah.
Come on, Steve.
I'm gonna say that it's still not gonna last. I'll take the Bentley though, but it's still not gonna last.
Oh damn.
Hey, listen, Steve, this is what you're supposed
What
to
if she
say.
reclaimed that Bentley?
You're supposed to take the Bentley. You're supposed to take the wedding and everything. It was considered a gift during the marriage. Then you get the divorce and you keep the Bentley because it was a gift during the marriage. End of story. Move on. We done hustle the stripper. All right, I think we got to
See, this is why they don't face. This is why y'all be hiding on FaceTime.
Yeah, this is exactly why y'all hide on FaceTime. Now it makes sense, Jake. Yep.
It makes a lot of sense now.
Now it makes sense.
Y'all be scheming
Jake,
behind closed
you
doors.
see why these women treat us the way they do now? It's because of Ray and Steve. Them two.
It ain't us.
It ain't us.
It's them.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, these women would do the same thing to y'all. So y'all keep talking. They gonna take half of everything you got.
All right. Me and Jay is going to KOD tonight, and we gonna find us one for these 72 hours.
Oh man, yes sir.
Still out there. I thought that was over.
All right, well, listen, man.
Which
Which one do y'all go to?
We ain't going no damn KOD. Come on, man.
No. Which one we went to?
Where y'all went to? Tootsie's?
I don't know what y'all talking about. Let's wrap it up. Listen, www that bro talk.
That's the light.
I don't know.
Bro
Alex,
talk
we went to
Texas.
That's a light skin.
I have no idea.
Steve wear right back.
Last time I checked, we went to Chile.
Listen, man. I see how nutty we are. Thank y'all for tuning in to Bro Talk TV. Make sure y'all check us out, brotalktv.com. We got tons of other more shows out, and we will see y'all again next week. Peace. We are out.